Good morning everyone, and welcome back to Craft Eccentricity, and I'm up again with Panalisa and delving through my bag once again of things that I haven't used yet. So today we're going to be using this pack that I received in the recent haul. It's got wonderful papers in it and it feels like thin wallpaper. That's the only way I can describe it. And this is the sheet that I'm choosing to use. Yes, it's quite autumn fall looking, so I want to use that one, and I want to crop it down, but I also want to make use of what I've got up here. And the dies that I'm choosing today are the fence die, which I hope she's still got, and also a set of 3 gnomes, which I believe I got in December. I think, if my memory serves me right. So I want to use it to kind of create a background scene and also use those gnomes. So I'm going to die cut and I'll be right back. Right, so before I just dash off and cut the gnome in the gate, I've actually cut the I'm not going to call it cardstock because it's slightly thinner than cardstock. So I've done my background. There it is, mounted onto white, mounted onto foam, and then mounted onto craft cardstock because I'm just going for a natural vibe today. So that is the beautiful scene. Now, I cropped it from the top. So this is the piece that I have left. And that is what I'm going to cut the hats for my gnomes out of. So now that I've explained that bit, because that bit has come off of there, I'm now going to go die cut the rest and let's put it together. Right, so I'm back from my die cutting, and you get all the various pieces and the backing piece that does the gnome. Now I've decided I'm going to do my bodies yellow, and I'm going to do the nose in a flesh tone, but I want to put a little piece of foam dot underneath to push it forward. And this is, you know, the scraps. I know I haven't positioned those on properly, but that's like one of the scraps for the hat. And grab that one, and there's the other one, and they are quite easy to put together. All the beards are different and all the body pieces are different, so you will know which bit goes where. And then the little tall hat has got that piece, so those will need gluing together exactly like that. So I'm just gonna leave those there for a second so that you can see. Now the other piece that we're using is the fence, and I'm quite happy just to leave that very stark and white. I might put a little bit of grey in there, I don't know yet. I might grab a marker. Now you get a cross piece with this, and I think it's entirely up to you which way round you decide to use it. And then you get 2 extra fence posts, which can either extend your fence or can layer up like that, so it's, you know, your cross piece is buried. But you can also bury the cross piece just by gluing it to the reverse like that, and then you could have extra panels like that and go along and just extend your fence. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to glue it right on top of there, and then I'm going to take another fence post, please excuse my throat, and then I'm going to put another one on there. So as you see that, that's how I'm going to glue it, and I'll be right back. Right, so that's all glued, and it really does make a nice little sturdy fence there. You've got lovely wood grain detail going on. So I've got myself a scrap of cardstock here because I've decided I'm going to have a little bit of shadow. And I'm just going to push my gnomies up there, and I'm using one of these old markers that I got from Amazon that I'm trying to use up because they're so awful. But this is a cool grey one, and I don't think you can get them anymore, which is a good thing. So here goes. I'm just going to go on the outside, sorry, not the outside, on the inside, because I believe that that is where my shadow is going to be. And it could even be that gnomes end up covering this up, but you know, the point is it's a detail that you're doing, and that's okay. And I'm going to do the feet and go there and go there, and then I think underneath, because you know that's always the darkest area, so just catch the edges, and you can go up, you know, just stretch it out a little bit more, but it's just a little bit of detail that can add just a little something extra to your card. So I'll pick that up and show you. Flip that over. If you can see that, it just drops a little bit of shadow, just adds a little bit of something extra. So that was just a cool grey one, and on the card here I'm going to have my fence around about, you know, just on the edge. I think I'm going to take it all the way onto that edge. So that just adds a bit of dimension and detail. I'm going to glue that one on flat. Now with my gnomes, I need to remember which are the noses, so I'm going to go in order here, and then I can put them back afterwards. Now using that same marker set, there is a colour called YR25 that may or may not be showing up, and it's a kind of fleshy tone, so I'm going to use a little bit of that. And sometimes, you know, just using a marker can be a lot easier than going through all your different card stocks and finding the right shade. So I've got all my little noses done now, and I know which way they go. That one goes over there to there to there, and I'm going to put a little bit of foam under those. I think I'm going to make them stick forward. Now for the beards, I want to add grey beneath, so we're going with that same marker, and all I'm going to do is just track around the edge. I'm not being tidy. I don't know if I've slid off there, so quite literally just put in a little bit to the edge. I'm going to do exactly the same, just drawing around. Just hold it down steady with your finger. It doesn't matter how much or how little you get onto it. Once again, it's just, you know, another detail. So off around the edge again. You don't want them to be exact, so that each of your gnomes got a little bit of character. Right, let's have a look at that. That one will go into there. That slots into there. I'm going to line those up. And that one into there. Right, so what I'm going to do is glue those as you see them, but I'm going to put the noses on last, and we'll come back to finish those noses back in a second. Right, so my gnomes are all stuck down, and I put a little square there of foam tape that I cut from Dollar Tree foam roll. So just a tiny little slit there, and then just chop it up into little pieces. I've put a little white gel dot highlight on their noses, and I've still got them in the same order that they were, and I'm just popping their noses on. Now you can shift them about a bit if you don't like their angle, but I'm going to go with that. I'll go with that one. I've just rested that one down, and I'm going to go with that one. So my noses are quite literally poking out. Let's have a look. There. See, it's up on a dot, and it looks quite sweet. I like that. So I'm just squishing them on, make sure that they stay, and I can get rid of that cardstock that they were on there. And now it's a matter of deciding. Oh, I'll move these again. I'll just play musical chairs with the gnomes. of where we're going to get them on that base, and where I want my gate, whether I want my gate there or whether I want it right on the end. I don't know, I can't decide, so I'm going to put that there for a minute, and then I'm going to play with my gnomes. So let's say I have my tall gnome there. Let's get some clarity back in the camera. And then I have my short gnome here. And I could have my squiggly one over here. Right. I'm thinking about that. I'm wondering if I want foam tape underneath them. Yeah, I'm going to put some foam tape under there, and where you see them, that's where I'm going to stick them, and I'll be right back. Right, so that's it, and I finished my little full Nomi card. There's room at the top there for a sentiment. You've got that lovely little gate, I'm dropping it, which would look fabulous with flowers as well. But those little Nomi noses popped up on dots. I don't know whether the camera shows that up very well, but it's just so cute. Absolutely love it. And so that is what I have for you today. Here we go. 2 more dies out of my stash. A sheet of that beautiful paper as a nice autumnal background, and a really cute and a reasonably fast card. I mean, if you take the gluing out of it, I'd say 15 minutes. That's what I'd say for that one. Right, I hope you have an absolutely awesome day. I'll be up with something else that I find in my stash tomorrow. And as usual, all links below. Bye.